Welcome to our third lesson on sentences. Now you remember that we first of all started off talking about simple sentences and how a simple sentence contains an independent clause, one independent clause. That is, it has a subject and then a verb that subject is doing. And it may be doing that to an object, but that's not necessary for a simple sentence. A complex sentence we spoke about next, which is where you've got an independent clause and then you've got at least one dependent clause that depends on the independent clause to make sense. It's more complex, and so it is called a complex sentence. But what about if we've got two independent clauses that could both stand alone in the one sentence? Well, this is what we call a compound sentence. Two or more independent clauses and no dependent clauses. So today's lesson is about compound sentences. So compound sentences are two or more independent clauses and no dependent clauses. And the way we join these independent clauses is by using a coordinating conjunction. Now they're just those little words like and, but, so, or that join the two independent clauses in our compound sentences. And every time we use one of them to join the two clauses, we also use a comma. Let me show you what I mean. Okay, here's our example sentence. Mr. Dyson loves grammar and the students love recess. We've got an independent clause here where it says Mr. Dyson loves grammar. And then we've got a second independent clause that could stand alone that says the students love recess. And then we're joining those two clauses with a comma here and a coordinating conjunction here. They are the rules on how you join the two independent clauses in a compound sentence. You'll notice that up in this little example here, Mr. Dyson loves grammar and reading, we're not joining two independent clauses. We're just adding to the number of things that Mr. Dyson loves. So here the and doesn't require a comma. It's only when we're joining these two independent clauses within a compound sentence that we use a comma and an and or any other coordinating conjunction. This example over here is just to point out that it can be more than one, two or more independent clauses. So for example, you could have Mr. Dyson loves grammar, Mr. Smith loves maths, and the students love recess. So here you just use a comma for the first one or two or three independent clauses and only use the comma and the and when you get to the last independent clause in your compound sentence. Now there is one other way that you can join independent clauses in a compound sentence, and that is using the powerful punctuation mark, the semicolon. So if we were to get rid of the coordinating conjunction here and also get rid of the comma here and instead put in a semicolon, we would have a grammatically correct sentence that read, Mr. Dyson loves grammar, the students love recess. And we use it to show that these two clauses are connected with this semicolon. But you cannot join it just using a comma. If this was just a comma, Mr. Dyson loves grammar, the students love recess, that is wrong. It is grammatically wrong. You either need a semicolon or a comma and a conjunction, but not just a comma. It's not enough to link two independent clauses. So just remember the rule that if you've got a compound sentence, you're looking at two or more independent clauses and no dependent clauses, and you're linking them using a semicolon or a comma and a coordinating conjunction like and. And there are many others, coordinating conjunctions, such as or, nor, for, and, yet, so, or but. And you use the coordinating conjunction that suits what you're going to say in your sentence to help add meaning. We'll talk more about coordinating conjunctions next time. Thank you.